Hi everybody, I hope that you're all very well today. Welcome to my channel. My name is Claire and I'm going to be giving us an energy reading for this week of the 22nd of January 2024. Today is Monday and I do this every week. So I like to feel into either a word that's coming into my awareness or I just pick a card. Today I have a word and I'm going to pick a card later to support that word and the messages around that word. The word that's coming to me is transformation. Transformation. And I'm just getting an image of like a ball of energy. Loads of different colors in the ball, like lilacs and blues and purples and pinks. And I'm just seeing it evolving, like turning over and over and transforming itself. It's like it's rebirthing itself over and over again. This eternal nature of creation, this eternal nature of transformation that we all hold the potential to activate within ourselves. So the image of the cocoon and then the caterpillar in the cocoon and the caterpillar then becoming the butterfly with these massive wings, and these wings are wings of those colors of the purples and the blues and the pinks and the lilacs. And there's something around you letting go of something from the past in order for you to transform into the freedom of the butterfly. It's like there is something that you've been trapped in. If we look at a cocoon and the darkness of the cocoon, well, the caterpillar knows that it's not trapped. The caterpillar knows that it needs to go in there on it's part of its natural life. It just follows its flow. It follows its flow into the cocoon. And in the cocoon, whilst it is this tiny space, it doesn't feel trapped. It just knows it needs to be there. It doesn't know that it's going to become a butterfly when it's in the cocoon. It's just following what it needs to do. So around transformation, a big part of transformation is a very strong listening to what our intuition is telling us to do. What is your intuition telling you to do? Your intuition could come to you in many forms. Some of you might feel it in your body. Some of you might just know you need to do something. Some of you might sense it. Some of you might hear words. What is your intuition speaking to you about that you're not listening to? Do you have your eye on something that is over here that is diverting? Yeah, there's something here around looking at an object or something here that is diverting your attention away from what you're needing to be doing. There's a diversion. There's a trickster energy. It's a trickster energy that's holding you focused on something that you believe that is right for you. You believe that that's right for you. So in this instance, we look at belief versus feeling. You believe that something is right for you, but when you go into the feeling and what your soul, your eternal nature really wants, it's not that thing. This is what's coming through for me around those that are resonating with this message. Then there is something here around this attention being placed here and you believing that that's for you, but you're ignoring what your intuition is actually telling you. So like the caterpillar that goes into the cocoon, or creates its cocoon. Yeah, so it goes in, and it goes into the darkness because it's following what it knows it needs to do. Don't be put off by, if you are feeling something strongly, but you're looking at like the outcome of that thing that could look like, quote, metaphorically, a cocoon. It looks trapped, it looks dark, it doesn't look comfortable at all, that thing. The invitation here is to let go of what you think following your intuition is going to bring you. Just like the caterpillar didn't know that it was going to turn into a butterfly. You don't know how following your intuition is going to transform you. Coming back to the word of transformation. This is about you following your intuition and trusting that when you follow your intuition, the universe around you conspires. It all starts to help you move in more and more and more into alignment with your eternal nature, with your soul, because your soul is what holds the intuition. Your eternal nature is what is speaking to you through your intuition. And so if you're listening to that, what will happen is more and more will build on that around you. So you might not necessarily see right now what following your intuition is going to bring you. And the reason for that is because it hasn't been created yet. It's not that it hasn't been created yet. You can't see it yet because those doorways have not been opened to you yet, because you might be looking at something else. So the minute you say yes to your intuition, the moment that you start acting on what your inner voice is telling you to do, the next step will reveal itself to you. Don't be afraid to die to something, a part of you or a situation. We are here to experience death and rebirth constantly. We are all on this cycle of death and rebirth and resurrection, death, rebirth, resurrection. So in order to be reborn and to be resurrected, you have to let something go. So let's pick a card. I'm going to use the Ascended Masters pack. I'm going to see if there's a card that will come through to support that message around transformation. Which Ascended Master would like to come through to bring us further information and support around the theme, the word of transformation for this week of the 22nd of January, please? Any further information, please? There we go. Do you know what? I knew it was going to be this card. I actually felt his presence come in as I started shuffling. Isn't that amazing? It's Jesus. Open your heart to love. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's what he did. The Son of God, that's what he did. He followed he was like the absolute epitome of a being who followed his true calling. His soul, he might not, maybe he did, maybe he didn't, who knows? Sorry, there was a call that came through there now. I'm actually just going to put my phone on flight mode while I am recording this. I hope this works. Interesting that a call came through as, communication, Jesus wanting to communicate. And it was actually a call from my my internet service provider. So communicate. So let's bring in this energy. So I was saying he was the epitome of somebody who followed his soul's true calling, his intuition. He didn't know if people were going to follow him. Maybe he did. I don't know. But he just went and gathered people through his stories. He would walk and go and speak to the very simple people, the people of the land, of the earth, like the fishermen and the shepherds and the carpenters. And these are the people that he was just going to sit and talk with. And he didn't have a plan as such. Yes, he knew what his purpose was. He knew what he was here to do, but he didn't know necessarily what the outcome was going to be. Did he know he was going to be crucified? I don't know if he knew that or not, but he didn't look at that. He just focused on what he needed to do, and through him following exactly what he needed to do, he transformed. Through him, the Creator was able to work through him, and through his messages, well, he transformed this entire existence that we live in, this world that we live in. And so just by you adopting something in his teaching, something in following the joy of your heart, opening your heart, trusting that your heart will lead you to where you need to go. Your heart will always lead you to where you need to go. Trust that. And then it will build from there. Like his followers, he started with 1, 2, 10, 100, 1,000, and now millions. Okay? It's step by step by step. Open your heart to that and allow yourself to begin to transform into the conscious, ascended, enlightened being that you can be. And this in turn is going to help to transform the world around you. But first it starts with yourself. And like I was talking, in fact, now, sorry, I even mentioned before I picked this card, didn't I? I said death, rebirth, resurrection. I was speaking about that, and then he came through, and this is what his teaching was all about. Death, rebirth, resurrection. He had to die in order to live. He had to die in order to bring life to other people. So he's like a master teacher in this. So you don't need to go to these extremes, of course. That was his mission. That's why he came here. But in your life, it's exactly the same story unfolding of what do you need to die to be reborn and transformed so that you can rise again. And what do you need to do? And think about that for this week. Which feels very important as we come up to, I think it's a full moon on Thursday. In fact, you know what? I'm just realizing, I think it's a full moon, right? We're going into Aquarius. Now, Jupiter has just gone into Aquarius for a moment, which means we're touching into the Aquarian Age now. We're touching in there. It's about love, hey? It's about transformation. It's about transforming into the butterfly. And so Thursday is the full moon. So leading up to that and a few days after that is going to be a very potent time to sit with this theme for yourself. Yeah, sit with this theme for yourself. I, for one, I'm doing a fruit cleanse. Starts on Thursday for 5 days. It's a melon cleanse for 5 days. And so I'm really intrigued to see what happens for me over those 5 days, especially since I'm actually holding a soul retrieval workshop on Sunday, which I hadn't planned at the time. I didn't know at the time that I would be doing this melon cleanse. I'm doing it with my Kundalini yoga group. And I find it no coincidence that I'm going to be holding a soul retrieval workshop on Sunday, which is day 4 of the cleanse. So I think there's going to be big, potent work for me to be doing for myself around claiming parts of myself back, but also in the group that we're going to have on Sunday. So yeah, I think it's a very strong, potent week. Wishing you all a lot of love and transformation and letting go of the old. And I look forward to connecting with you all next week for next week's reading. Bye for now. Bye.